Department. I'm also the Public Information Officer. In the early morning hours on Wednesday, August 15th, 84-year-old Sam Wingate left his home in the 9800 block of Bayou Woods in the Pinehurst Subdivision here in Baytown. Same thing he did on most mornings, to go for his morning walk with one of his good friends. Tragically, this morning walk ended far different than all the others. At approximately 6:20 a.m., 84-year-old Sam Wingate was senselessly shot in the back, a cowardly act that had Sam flown to Herman Hospital to be treated for his injuries. After undergoing surgery, Mr. Wingate was left paralyzed and unable to move. However, he was determined to walk. He didn't even tell the doctor that he planned on walking out of the hospital. Unfortunately, on Sunday, August 19th, at approximately 6:30 p.m., Mr. Wingate passed away as a result of his injuries from the shooting, making this cowardly shooting even more tragic. Mr. Wingate was a Korean War veteran, having served time in the Navy, and had been a respected member of the Pinehurst community for more than 15 years. Our Baytown detectives have been working tirelessly on this case since it occurred, collecting video and conducting interviews in an effort to identify the shooter in this case. Since this case has occurred, we have received several tips through Crime Stoppers, but unfortunately none of them have proven to be fruitful for us. With that in mind, we've worked with our Baytown Crime Stoppers, and with their help, along with the help of the community through some donations, we're able to announce today that we're going to be increasing the reward for information leading to an arrest in this case from the typical $5,000 to $20,000. We're hoping that this increase in the reward will entice somebody from the public that may know something, no matter how small that is, to pick up the phone and give us a call, to call Crime Stoppers. They can call Crime Stoppers at 281-427-TIPS or 8477. That's my prepared statement. This time we'll answer a few questions. Again, I have a couple of members of the family here. The daughter of Sam is Kelly Vanda, and Sam's son, Donnie Wingate. Is there any questions from anybody?
I'd like to talk to the son.
Sure.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Would you mind stepping into the podium?
Tell us about your father and how this has impacted your
Well,
life.
as anybody here probably knows, it's a very difficult thing to go through. He was a loving man. He took care of me and her, and always family first, you know, all through growing up. He did a lot with us. We many vacations, many times together, family supper every night together. Never wavered from that, and it's just senseless.
What do you want to say to the person or persons responsible?
I think the biggest thing is, there's two, but one is why. You know, I don't understand. I mean, come on. And please, come on. Anything anybody can do, man, it'd just be appreciative. And I think that's the main thing. I want to look the guy in the eye and find out what's the motive. I don't get it.
How would you like to remember your father, sir?
Well, he was here 84 years, and let me tell you, there's a lot of things that I can remember about him. Me and him worked together for quite a while together. We hunted and fished together. We spent lots of time as a family together, like I said, every day. You know, supper time was supper time, and it was a family time, and that was the way he was every day while we were still at home. And as we got older and moved away and started our own lives and families, he was still involved, you know, grandchildren, birthdays, supper, Christmas, whatever, you know, he was still involved. So,
From what the detective said, your father said he was determined to leave the hospital walking. It just sort of shows the spirit that he had.
Wednesday he came out of surgery in the afternoon. As soon as he did, he woke up and he was like, I got shot and I want out of here now to find out who did this and why. And that was his main driving force, I think, that kept him going until Sunday, is he wanted answers. And I mean, he wanted all the answers that he could find, and there was a lot of choice words that he spoke about this that he did. You know, the man went through the Korean War. He knew exactly what kind of conflict it was, and he wanted answers, believe me. And that's the only thing that probably bothers me more than anything is, yes, maybe he'll know the answer. And maybe he knows the answer now and I don't, you know, and we don't, but hopefully we can find this person.
Do you have a picture of your father that you can provide us?
I don't have one with me at this time.
Andy, I'll be sending one out later.
Okay.
I'll send the prepared statement out to everybody. I'll try to get a picture to attach.
Excellent, appreciate that, thank you.
Would the daughter like to say something about your father? Something about him you want other people to know about him? That way, maybe compel someone to call in a tip, whatever it is, even if it's minor?
My dad was just a very hard-working individual. Always had a smile on his face. And everybody in the neighborhood knew, not everybody, but a lot of people knew him and knew that he walked regularly. And I've had a lot of people say that his friendly smile and morning waves are going to be missed. So it's definitely affected our entire family. So we just beg for anybody that has any information, anything, to please come forward. If you have videos, please submit those. Just please work with the Daytown PD. They've been doing a fabulous job. We just have got to find this killer who came and senselessly murdered our dad.
You're the only child that you have, or there's more?
This is it.
How many members, how many sons and grandsons do you have?
Oh, it's numerous.
Eight great-grandchildren, 2 children.
For police, I know at one point there was possible talk, was this a targeted incident, or do you guys have anything on that?
We just don't know at this point, to be honest with you. I think like I mentioned early on in this investigation, there's certain things that kind of lend itself to being a targeted thing, but then again, you have to ask the question of why. So that kind of puts us right back at it being something random. So we just don't know at this point. Until we can get some more information, it's going to be hard for us to say for sure one way or the other. And I think that's why it's so important. Again, the purpose of this press conference is to announce that we're raising the reward of $20,000. Somebody knows something, and that something may be very small, or they may think it's very small to them, but something very small to them may be earth-shattering to us in an investigation. So we just encourage anybody that knows anything, please pick up the phone and call. Call Crime Stoppers. You can remain anonymous. Nobody's going to know who you are, but we need the public's help. I oftentimes say that I have some of the best detectives in the state that work for us. With that said, we still oftentimes need help from the public to solve crimes.
And you mentioned the reward was up because of community members stepping in. Are these friends that are just donating money, or you can speak on that?
Yeah, I can speak a little bit on that. Obviously, the people that donated to Crime Stoppers, they want to remain anonymous, right? So, but yeah, again, people knew Sam, okay? He was a loved member of the community, and so people understand the seriousness of this and just how tragic it is, for his family. And so they stepped up and they wanted to donate some money to get the reward up to see if we can get somebody to do the right thing and pick up the phone and call us.
Kelly, could you say and spell your first and last name for us so we have that, please?
Kelly, Kelly, Dando, Dando.
And Donnie, do you go by Don?
It's Donnie.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
But if there's no other questions, that's going to conclude our press conference today. Again, I appreciate y'all coming out here on such a short notice, but we just felt like it was extremely important for us to get the word out about the increase in the reward. And again, I have to emphasize the fact that anybody knows anything, please pick up the phone and call Crime Stoppers. We need the public's help on this case so we can bring this killer to justice. Okay? Thank y'all.
Thank you.